Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank the organisers of this Gender Summit for the event, despite the current challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. It is great that experts from around the world can come together to work on mainstreaming gender knowledge into the Sustainable Development Goals. Achieving a union of equality is one of the major priorities of the European Commission under President Ursula von der Leyen. Our Commissioner, Maria Gabriel, is personally strongly committed to putting gender equality at the heart of our research, innovation and education policies, building on the EU's pioneering achievements in this area. COVID-19 has affected each and every one of us, our health, our well-being, our families, our work, our freedom to be with, travel and be with friends. In many ways, the pandemic and the political measures taken to contain it have affected men and women differently. The European Commission has been at the forefront of supporting and coordinating research efforts in addressing the COVID-19 outbreak. This was part of the Commission's €1.4 billion pledge to the Coronavirus Global Response Initiative, launched in May 2020 by President von der Leyen. These projects address epidemiology, preparedness and response to outbreaks, the development of diagnostics, treatments and vaccines, as well as the infrastructures and resources that enable this research. And gender equality is a cross-cutting priority for research and data collection. We look specifically at the impact of sex and gender in the COVID-19 pandemic, including gender differences in immune responses to the virus, in clinical trials and side effects of different drugs and vaccines. We also investigate other gender-sensitive impacts, such as increased domestic violence and decreased access to support services due to the lockdown. It will be equally important that our post-pandemic recovery strategies take into account gender inequalities and try to mitigate them so that no one is left behind. EU research and innovation programmes are fully aligned on the objectives of gender equality. Horizon 2020, our present framework programme, was the first research programme to introduce a specific article dedicated to gender equality in its regulation, and to set gender equality as a cross-cutting issue. This was an important pioneering step which led to action in three main areas. Firstly, promoting women's participation and gender equality in research careers. Second, progress on achieving gender balance in decision-making in science. And third, integrating a gender dimension in the content of all relevant research and innovation fields. Since 2011, we've been promoting institutional change and supported over 170 organisations in the implementation of their own gender equality plans. So with Horizon 2020, we've achieved many of our targets, but we need to intensify our efforts to attract more women to our programme, including in leadership positions. And that's why Commissioner Gabriel has recently launched a global campaign, #WomenForFuture, recognising the extraordinary work of women every day. But despite these efforts, structural and unconscious biases and barriers to gender equality persist across all European countries and more widely across the world. With Horizon Europe, our next research and innovation framework programme, which will start at the end of this year, we will have new opportunities to go further in addressing global challenges in a gender-responsive way. And this, we hope, will make a strong contribution to the sustainable development agenda. Under our next framework programme, from the beginning of next year, we will request research organisations to have a gender equality plan in place, and we will support our research and innovation institutions to design and implement inclusive and sustainable gender and diversity strategies. We work very closely with external experts and stakeholders to shape the European Union's research and innovation agenda and co-design the support needed to foster a diverse and gender equal research. So your feedback and the discussions at this conference will be very, very precious to us. Horizon Europe will go beyond Horizon 20 on wider diversity issues, in addressing other social categories such as ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or age. All Horizon Europe research actions will need to address sex and gender aspects explicitly. This will ensure they reflect the diverse needs of our citizens and enhance the societal relevance of knowledge, technologies, and innovations. Over the past 2 years, a Commission expert group under the title of Gendered Innovations 2 has been doing excellent work in developing methods for us to appreciate sex and gender sensitive research. This work is being led under the leadership of Professor Lorna Schreibinger, and I'm very happy to see that she will be here with us today. The final Gendered Innovations report will be released soon, and I'm sure will provide us with a wealth of specific and valuable guidance on the efficient integration of sex and gender dimensions across Horizon Europe. And I'm looking forward very much to hearing more from Professor Schreibinger later today on the work of this group. So with Horizon Europe, we have a powerful instrument to foster gender equality in research and innovation in Europe and in the world. And we are determined to develop a more inclusive approach, addressing other inequality issues to encourage a diverse research community and increase its societal relevance. The European Union is committed to pursuing our equality objectives through strategic partnerships with international actors. The challenges we face are more global than ever. Issues like climate change and disease do not stop at national borders. These challenges will continue pushing Europe to engage within the international scientific community and foster partnerships based on fruitful mutual collaborations. Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe are open to the world in terms of international cooperation. This creates unique opportunities for experts working on gender and diversity to cooperate freely and share their experience through projects, as well as multilateral cooperation networks, all through our bilateral or regional high-level science and technology dialogues. In the current outbreak, research and innovation policy and funding should be more than ever key drivers towards an inclusive recovery. This Gender Summit is an important milestone in ensuring a global gender-sensitive cooperation and to pave the way to a green, digital and resilient future with opportunities for all citizens. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you success for the rest of this conference.